Welcome to the WorkCompEdge community. This overview video is designed to give you an introduction to the community, to the content that is here, the functionality, and get you started in accessing the information, the tools, the strategy, the implementation plan, the potential connection with other employers within the WorkCompEdge community. Let's first take a look at the toolbar on top here. The home button will always bring you back to this home page where you have access to the 15 content modules and to the blog, wiki, and forum. The blog button will take you to our blog, which is a workers' compensation blog on topics related to lowering your workers' compensation expenses and related frequently to one of the 15 content modules within the community. The wiki button will take you to our wiki, which will include the latest information pertaining to definitions of terms, articles, lists, other resources, and information that you might want to find on the web through our wiki interface. Then there's the forum, which is the online connection between all the employers who are members at WorkCompEdge, where you can post a question and receive responses from other employers or from our staff members here at WorkCompEdge, or from some of the brokers who are member agencies of the community. The Agent Finder is where you will find brokers and agents who are members of this community who are committed to helping you implement the WorkCompEdge strategies. The WorkCompEdge interface here provides 15 informational modules, which we're going to walk through one of them just as a sample case. The educational modules are divided into three main sections of the WorkCompEdge process: create a workplace that prevents injuries and increases productivity, minimize premium payments with the right decisions and processes, and reduce injury costs with planning and communication. Just as an example of how each module is set up, let's go into the avoid hiring your next workers' compensation injury. After you've logged in, you'll gain access to these modules, and as you click into the module, you'll see this navigation bar at the top, and this will be identical within each of the 15 modules. The first step is just to review the goals of the module, and we lay out very straightforward goals for each module. You can review those so you know the purpose of this module and what you're going to get out of it as far as a benefit. Once you've reviewed those goals, you can move to the video overview by clicking here or by clicking on the video link right here. Either way will get you to the next step in the process. I'm going to click right here. We'll go to the video overview. Now we have a brief, humorous video vignette in each of the 15 modules that does an effective job of communicating the purpose of this module. So it's short, it's humorous, and really will get through to you what we're trying to teach you is important in this particular module. Once you've reviewed that, and I do encourage you to take time to review the video in each of the modules, you'll move to the key concepts by clicking on this button right here. That takes you into the key concept section. We will introduce the 2 or 3 or 4 key concepts depending on the module. Then you can use this next button to move to the next page within the key concept section of the module. You can see these little markers here kind of indicate where you are within the process. We're on this second page within key concepts. We've reviewed these previous pages. So you want to review and read through the key concepts. Everything within WorkCompEdge is very brief and straightforward. Then you will move to the next key concept. Review this information. Sometimes within these pages under key concepts we may have a document that you can download and review. Typically you'll find more of that in the implementation section. We're at the last key concept here, so we can either use this link here to go to the implement section, or we can click on the implement button to go to the implementation section. You come into the implementation section within any of the modules in WorkCompEdge, you will be presented with a graphic representation of the strategy that we're teaching you here. For this module, avoid hiring your next workers' comp injury, we have a 5-step process that starts with you creating a job description and then a step 4, processing applications, making the conditional offer of employment, performing the medical screening, and then withdrawing the offer if the candidate is not medically qualified. To get into the implementation process, click on the first step, and we'll do that. And you can see we've moved into the second page of this section of the module, which is the first implementation step. This one is about creating a job description. Now, as I go through this overview, I'm not going to get into the details of each step of the implementation process. I encourage you to explore each of the 15 modules on your own. I'm just showing you the navigation through these modules. You'll use the next button to step through to the next step in the process, and just keep moving. You see we're progressing on through. If there are assets or tools that we're providing, you'll have a hot link to them within the step in the implementation process. For example, the conditional offer form that is referenced here will be brought up in Microsoft Word. You can download that document, or you can just bring it up and print it and modify it here and then save it to your desktop. We'll continue to step on through the process. Here we're referencing some other documents and showing you the process and procedures necessary to implement this module. Step on through, you'll complete the process. Then if you choose, you can go to more depth. This is not required information. This is just some supporting more depth information for this module. And the downloads and online tools section will give you all of the assets and tools, workbooks, links to web-based resources that we might provide, or whatever it is for that module. You'll find them all together here on the downloads and online tools section, along with links to the forum and wiki, where you may find some additional information provided by other members of the WorkCompEdge community that support this topic. That is a very brief tour through one of the 15 modules. Each module is unique in its content, and the presentation, though, is familiar from module to module, using this type of system and methodology to walk you through. It is a self-paced program where you walk through and review and understand the information as you can, access each module as needed. I encourage you to start by reviewing the 15 topics and seeing where you may find information that is immediately applicable to your situation. You may also, if you're working with an agent or broker, want to sit down and discuss which modules should be implemented first. We also offer a tool that, through a series of questions, will help you decide which module may be applicable to your situation and which module you want to implement first. The WorkCompEdge community is a dynamic community. We're continually adding content and resources. The forum and wiki contain information that's changing on a daily basis from the other members of the WorkCompEdge community. So I encourage you to spend some time here to visit the forum, post questions, review what other employers are discussing, comment on the helpfulness or the additional resources you might like to see connected to each of the 15 modules. It's a very straightforward system, and we think it can do dramatic things to lower your workers' compensation expenses.